Hey ghouls and goblins, it's BabyGhoul. I really did not want to make this video, but since someone told me that I need to go ahead and actually be not just SA'd, but R-worded, I guess is how you would put that. Because I said that him unwarranted touching this woman while she said no was sexual assault. So let's go ahead and break down Andrew Callaghan's response with only one victim's perspective, and I'm sorry about that, but I'm going off the victim's perspective of Moldy Freckle on TikTok. Here we go.
I think there's an important conversation to be had, and I just want to be fully accountable, honest, and transparent with all of you guys. So I'd like to.
Guys, he wants to be accountable so bad he created a whole new channel to hide this from the main.
I'm sure this was not easy to do. It's never easy to speak out, and it was hard for me to hear as well, because to be honest with you, up until this point, I didn't even really realize that I had this pattern that had affected multiple people. I'd also like to apologize for my silence. I think that when this stuff first came out, I was in a state of denial and shock. I was, just riding the high from my movie that just came out. And then within 48 hours, I was denounced by my closest collaborators. And my name was printed in 40 different news outlets next to the words sexual misconduct. And I just kind of spiraled into a mental health crisis.
There's something that blows my mind about thanking someone for talking about it and then saying, I'm sorry for my silence. Like, dude, you were busy partying after you released a movie. I don't really think you gave a shit, and then when the shit came to you, you held your tongue, and then you made this piss-ass video. But also, like, being sorry for your silence, but not being sorry for your actions? Weird.
Actually thought was normal. I thought that, going home from the bar alone made you a loser. I thought that persistence was a form of flattery. And I thought that, if at first somebody was reluctant, they're playing hard to get, just try harder. And if you think someone's feeling you, make a physical advance and see if they go with it. And I think that especially I realized when so many young people, especially young men, rushed to defend me when this stuff first started coming out, that this type of sex pest behavior is normalized. And a lot of people think this stuff is normal when I don't think that it is. And I think that I want to be fully responsible for not having a fluid understanding of consent and what enthusiastic two-way consent looks like.
Coercion is not consent, and if someone keeps telling you, no, I don't want to sleep with you, and you keep forcing themselves on them, that's sexual assault. But I'll let the victim speak.
I go to the dinner. He's not really talking to me. And then I'm like, so did you have something you wanted to say? And he's like, oh yeah, do you want to have sex in your car after this? And I was like, no, I don't. Is there anything else you want to say? And he was like, oh, yeah, sorry if I made you feel uncomfortable. Are you joking? You really don't want to have sex in your car after this? And he asked that like probably 5 more times, like, you're joking, right? Like, you want to have sex in your car after this, right? And I was like, no.
What part of the first 6 no's did Andrew not get? But then it gets worse.
So I told him I would take him home because he lived close by, but that I did not want to have sex in my car at all. I did not want to have sex with him again, ever. And after we got to my car, he started advancing towards me, started touching my inner thigh, and pulled me forward and started kissing my neck. So I really couldn't move out of the position. He was holding me like tightly. And he proceeded to put his hand down my pants. I told him to stop. I told him to get off of me multiple times. He tried to put my hand down his pants, and I was, fighting against him during this, told him to please stop. And, 'cause, I was, fighting against him during this, told him to please stop. And, 'cause, I was, fighting against him during this, told him to please stop. And, 'cause, I was, fighting against him during this, told him to please stop. And, 'cause, I was, fighting against him during this, told him to please stop. And he said, you could at least suck my dick. And I said, no, I don't want to do that. Get out of my car. At that point, it was, I'm not taking you home anymore. Get the fuck out of my car. And he just got mad, really. He was mad that I would even say that, but at the same time, he was laughing at me and continued to try to kiss me and was like, are you serious? Come on, come on.
Coercion is not consent, and saying, well, you should at least suck my dick is fucking disgusting. And then going, come on, really? Come on, are you sure? Like, sir, just because you at one point have a sexual interaction with someone doesn't give you a free pass to their body.
That have been said online about me are not true. A lot of things are missing really important contextual information that I think would change people's interpretation of a lot of these situations, but I'm not here to invalidate anybody's lived experience.
But saying it's not true is denying their experience. Let me add the context you'd so desperately need.
I hooked up with Andrew previously. He creeped me out, made me feel weird, was mean, demanding. He hit me up again after this time to hang out with me again, and I said, no, I don't want to hang out with you anymore. I don't want to sleep with you ever again. Asked me why. I told him why. He invited me to go out to dinner so he could apologize. So I went to this dinner.
So right off the bat, you don't apologize. You go, hey, come to me to this dinner so I can apologize in person. But she had already told him, no, I'm never sleeping with you again. So I'm struggling to find where that invalidates her story, but anyways.
If you feel pressured, that's just what it is. I hope that young people and young men in particular can use my mistakes to learn and move through life with a better understanding of consent.
So like I've said, coercion is not consent. If someone says they're not going to sleep with you, you cannot pressure them into sleeping with you. And for you to say you should just suck my dick anyways makes you an awful person. I guess we should continue. Actually, before we do, because Andrew can't get this through his head, no once is a no, period.
As far as what I have planned, I'm not really sure what comes next. I mean, obviously, reporting is my one true love, and I'm 25 years old, and I have my whole life ahead of me.
So if anything, what this has shown me is Andrew fails to take accountability. He says, this is what I like doing, I'm young, got my whole life ahead of me. Everyone you sexually assaulted has their life ahead of them too, broski. Like, this isn't about you. It's about everyone that you've hurt. But you can't even figure that shit out.